Let's get into it, baby. We talking about a white Broadway sign language interpreter settling a discrimination lawsuit after he got backlash from the deaf community. We also talking about school Truancy Act that wants on-the-spot fines for parents when their kids are absent from school. And we're doing an update on Balenciaga. They are now suing the controversial BDSM teddy bear ad producers in a $25 million lawsuit. We're going to talk about music. We listen to Currency, the drive-in theater too, and we watch Unhuman. We're going to talk about all that and sports coming up. You kicking it with KC, baby. Yeah, man, popular topics that may or may not be talked about in the news, starting with this first topic coming from balleralert.com, from yours truly, KCMC, 10 plus years radio personality. So this is talking about a story about a white sign language interpreter. His name is Keith Wann, 53 years old. He filed a lawsuit 2 weeks ago, but has since announced that the suit has been settled. The announcement comes after the case received crazy backlash from the deaf community. He was getting backlash from the deaf community. Now, he is a sign language interpreter. In the deaf community, people in the deaf community were like, they were mad that he was not basically giving up his job. So the situation is, he was a sign language interpreter for The Lion King on Broadway. He started in March. Now, The Lion King, they say most of the cast, African American, black. Most of the people that attend, black, most of them. So the producers were saying, well, why don't we just go ahead and just get a sign language interpreter also. We might as well replace him. So he says they basically were kind of forcing him out of his position, even just a month after getting the job. So he's saying, now, well, I'm about to file this lawsuit. Filed a lawsuit. He say 2 weeks later, they already settled the lawsuit. But I'm assuming he's already out of his position. Now, the backlash he got from the deaf community, that was a little weird to me. Specifically, the fact he was getting backlash from a deaf radio host. Let me say this one more time, because I didn't know this existed. A deaf radio host by the name of Randy Spann. He says he was disgusted by Keith Wann and that he should, quote, let black people get their opportunities to get a spotlight, end quote. First of all, how were you even talking if you deaf? Like, how did that, maybe he did, okay, maybe they're translating his sign language. I don't know, but that was just so weird. That caught me off guard. Second of all, the fact that they're mad about a guy who was hired for the position, only been there a month, now they're asking him to leave to replace him with somebody else just because of his skin color. I completely understand him wanting to sue. I understand him wanting to settle too. But I'm not mad at him suing. Y'all, if y'all want to get a black sign language interpreter, y'all y'all didn't just hire all that black cast for The Lion King and just realize that your audience is black either and then want to do it. First of all, I don't even see why you got to have a black sign language interpreter. What difference does that make? If they white or black, does that matter to the deaf community? Clearly it does. I think he has every right to sue. He should have sued, and he's right to get his money. That's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show, 313-466-4386. Let's go ahead and switch up topics real quick. I want to talk about this next one. This is coming from the UK, talking about school Truancy Act that wants to give on-the-spot fines to parents whenever their kids are absent from school. This is coming from newstalkzb.co.nz. Link is in my description. Now, this is talking about the ACT party, which is proposing on-the-spot fines, similar to speeding tickets, for parents of children deemed chronically absent from school. They're saying they're having a truancy crisis where their attendance in schools are going down. It's been going down basically the last 10 years, but it's getting worse the last like 5+ years, and especially since the pandemic. So you're seeing like a 40% attendance since then, pretty much on the regular. So it's been up and down, but ultimately they want to come at the parents for their kids not showing up to school. They want to fine the parents when their kids are chronically not showing up, chronically absent. I thought this was interesting because I agree with it. What are you doing as a parent that you don't know your child is not in school? You see what I'm saying? I understand you got to work. I understand we got to work. I'm a parent now, so I know. We got to work. You got other lives. So you drop your kid off at school, you expecting them to walk into the door. Maybe they're skipping. Maybe they're just hanging out in the hallways and being marked absent from all of their classes. Maybe they're just not going and you're letting them there. But I think, as a parent, you got to place some responsibility in your child. If you start to get fined and it starts to affect your pay and your budget, aren't you going to enforce that more on your child? Or maybe just pull them from school? I totally agree with this. Find the parents. I think you should find them when your child is acting up too. When your child is acting up in class, disrupting class, find the parents, especially if it's consistent. If they're chronically doing it, find the parents immediately. And then, especially since parents don't want the teachers to put their hands on them, okay, I done gave your son enough timeouts. I done gave your son enough disciplinary actions, extra homework assignments. They don't really care about none of that. They still acting up. You know what? I'm going to find you as the parent. You responsible. I 100% agree with this. What you gonna do as a parent then? As a result, if your child is being chronically absent from class? Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up. We're doing an update on Yo People, Balenciaga. Now, this story is coming from dailymail.co.uk. Link is in my description. Balenciaga has officially filed a $25 million lawsuit against the producers who made the ad that is getting all this controversy and backlash, that has the children holding the teddy bears dressed in BDSM attire, fishnets and garments, things of that nature. The production company, the ad production company, is called North 6 Incorporated. And the set designer is Nicholas Jadarnis. Anyway, Nicholas Jadarnis. His own brand, including images of legal descriptions. Oh yeah, they even had what they said it was in some other photos. Images of legal descriptions of the U.S. Supreme Court's decision on, let's say, underage pornography laws in the same ad campaign. Now, I didn't see those laid out documents in any of the images that I saw. Maybe it was in some images that I didn't see that was part of the same campaign. But apparently it's going around. It's popular. Not popular, but I guess it's viral. And it's causing a lot of backlash. So Balenciaga not only pulled the ads and apologized on their social media, pulled all their social media content, but they also are now suing the ad producers. Now, do we think for 1 second Balenciaga did not know what this ad was before it was officially published? Absolutely not. Now you want to sue the ad producers? Now they're saying that they're alleging that North 6 and Jardins had purposely included the judicial records in the ad without telling its executives. And they say, oh my God, it was just bad. It was just bad. If you didn't see the images, check the link in my description. I don't want to show it on my YouTube. I have all the links in my description. How do you feel about Balenciaga? This is what I felt. And I also saw that the parents of the child defended the ad, saying that they gave permission for this ultimately. And that's what I said in my initial show. In my previous show, I should say. What if the parents, which they clearly did, gave permission for this and are okay for it? They were paid off or whatever the situation may be. They gave consent. So what are we all arguing about? We may not agree with it because we ain't going to have our kids in it. Guess what? Your kid ain't in it. And ain't even asked. So that's my whole point. Now Balenciaga is suing the ad producers. The parents are cool with it. But now y'all suing the ad producers? I'm mixed up. I feel like everybody knew what it was. Everybody gave the final approval before they produced it. I only feel like Balenciaga is suing the ad producers because of the backlash they got. Making it seem like they're defending their brand. But they knew this. It's called outrage marketing. You deal with the consequences later, or you'll pay for the consequences after you benefited from it first. And your benefit outweighs what you have to pay, your expenses. That's what it is. It's the name of the game. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch. Yeah, we talking about music now, baby. And the audio audit. So we listen to Currency's new project. It's called the Drive-In Theater 2. Listen to this on YouTube Music, the YouTube Music app. No endorsement. Shout out to YouTube, though. 21 tracks, 41 minutes. I don't think any singles or any tracks from this are currently running as singles. At least not on our station, Power 96.5, WQHH in Lansing, Michigan. What I will say, like I always do, this was perfectly within duration of time that I expect within projects, which is 30 to 45 minutes. It was 41 minutes. Perfect. So it was a good listen while I was cleaning up the crib. There were 3 songs specifically that stood out to me. I noticed a theme in all the songs, or majority of the songs. They were named after just dates, random dates. I don't know what the coincidence is with that. But anyway, Thought You Knew, featuring Jade Angeli, whoever that is. Shout out to her or them. I actually like that track. It stood out to me. It was all right. It was decent. October 23rd, featuring Rob 49. That was decent. Don't know who Rob 49 is, but shout out to him or them. And then Rare Thing, featuring Fendi P. That was pretty decent too. That was pretty hard. I like that too. So it was probably maybe 1 or 2 other tracks on there that probably stood out. I forgot to actually get their names. But Currency is one of those. He's one of those artists that I'll listen to if he drops something every now and then, because he kind of gives me that Wiz Khalifa vibe, that Smokers vibe, that OG Smokers vibe, that chill vibe. But the thing about most of his music, if I'm being honest, I feel like, not that it's too theatrical, but his beat, his melody, his cadence, I get lost in it. It doesn't always rhyme or make sense. I just feel like he's just talking, which is cool. He has his own lane, trust me, and I respect he got his own lane, but he ain't really spitting, like, it ain't really, he's the hot spitter too, but most of his, like, his rhyme schemes, his melodies, like, it don't necessarily, like, it don't hit, like, it don't rhyme for real. So, but that's just me. Let me know what you think about Currency as an artist. Let me know what you think about the Drive-In Theater 2 as a project. Let me know what you think about any other project you think we should do an audio audit on. Go off in the live chat. Go off in the comments. Call the show. Call in right now. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up then. We're talking about movies and TV shows that we seen recently. Scenes I saw on Corn Stream. We're going to get that title animation right. We're going to switch that up eventually, for real. We saw Unhuman on Amazon Prime by way of Epics. No endorsement. So this was a horror/comedy film. I didn't get the total runtime. I'll try to look it up real quick. But it had funny parts in it. It's like high school kids going on a field trip, and then the bus driver lost control, went somewhere else off the road, and then I guess it was like zombies. It was like a zombie apocalypse. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Put this movie on twice, didn't get through it either times. I kind of like fell asleep or got distracted. So it wasn't necessarily like interesting to me at all, if I'm being quite honest. It had funny parts. From the times that I did watch it, but it didn't keep my interest at all. It's not made for me, I'm pretty sure. It's not made for me at all. Let me try to get the total runtime on this movie. It wasn't too bad. It was like an hour and a half or something like that. Like an hour and a half or so. I don't know. I don't have the exact total runtime available immediately right now. But Unhuman on Amazon Prime by way of Epics. You can probably watch it on either one. I just saw this because it was new. It was on Amazon Prime when I was just scrolling through. So I was like, all right, let me check this out. So I had a couple funny parts, but it had a few funny parts. I'll give it that. It wasn't a bad movie, but it just didn't keep my interest. So it got pretty boring very fast, bro. But I'm an old nigga, so that's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat, in the comments, or call into the show. 313-466-4386. No phone calls? Let's switch it up then. Let's talk about sports, baby. Let's talk about you and me. From the stands of a sports fan, my man Pots and Pans. We're going backwards. We're talking about boxing and MMA. We got this upcoming fight, Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, to fight on December 3rd. Who you got in that fight? I would like for Anthony Joshua to get that, but Tyson Fury is a bad man. Gervonta Tank Davis, he got a fight this January 7th. He also has a fight April 2023 against Ryan Garcia. Both undefeated. One of the fights we want to see within this era. I'm gonna be honest, I never sat and watched either one of them actually fight. Like, watch the whole fight with either one. So I'm just going off of just like hype, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna roll with Tank. Is it just because he black? Probably. Yep. So, I don't know. It is what it is. But let me know what you think. Let me know who you got for the predictions in both of those fights. Switch it up real quick. I guess we about to talk about football real quick. College football. Shout out to the Wolverines. Michigan Wolverines remain undefeated through the regular season. Beat Ohio State in Columbus, man. Smacked on that ass, baby. My girl's an Ohio State fan. My man's at the station, Power 96.5. He an Ohio State fan. It felt good. Nobody thought this was going to happen. I don't even think Michigan thought this was going to happen. But they pulled off the upset. They allegedly going to move up to number 2 in the AP polls. They got to They got to go against Purdue in the Big Ten championship now. Then they officially go to the college football playoffs. And allegedly they should be going against Georgia, I believe, for the national championship. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know exactly how that shit work. It's a little confusing. But shout out to the Michigan Wolverines, man. All right, what else we got? You got anything else for sports? I think I got NFL news. We can run through NFL news real quick. It is Sunday at least, right? So the Jaguars, they end up beating the Ravens today. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, unfortunately. I root for the Ravens. I like them. The Dolphins beat the Texans. Tua Tagovailoa, they still doing their thing. 5 straight wins. Cincinnati Bengals pulled off the upset, beating the Tennessee Titans. I actually like the Titans. Derrick Henry. I like Derrick Henry and the Titans. Took another L today, though. The Browns, they beat the Buccaneers. Before Deshaun Watson can even play, Browns pulling off upsets like this. Now, I ain't going to say a complete upset. Only way I'm saying upset is because the Bucs are the defending champions. They're 5-5 now. Now they're officially 5-6 after this. But the Browns beat them. Got that upset. So, shout out to the Browns. And my Lions, got to talk about it. They took the loss on Thanksgiving. Now, I wasn't even fortunate enough to watch this game. I was on the road literally driving to my mom's for Thanksgiving. So, I didn't watch any of this game. But I'm watching the live updates on Google. Shout out to Google, no endorsement. Watching live updates on Google. And I'm watching how it's coming down to the fourth quarter. It's the fourth quarter. The Lions come down. They end up scoring or whatever. They tied the game. I'm like, good, bet. It's like 35 seconds left. Apparently, the Bills come down, do what they have to do, get in field goal range, and kick the field goal for the win. I'm like, bro, what, bro? As a Lions fan, bro, you see it all. But on Thanksgiving, my nigga, like, niggas at least want to digest their food. You can't digest your food as a Lions fan. Y'all taking dumbass L's like that, bro. But you know what? I already said this. Part of me wanted them to lose the entire season anyway so they could fire Dan Campbell and trade Jared Goff. Continue to start from scratch. Get rid of that. Get rid of the coach. Get rid of the quarterback. 100%. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. I don't think I really have an NBA update for real. Unless you got something for real. But the NBA season is just the NBA season. It's that regular season stuff. So it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get up out of here. Thinking out loud real quick. You know what I was thinking recently? I'm thinking, what is the science behind single people eventually getting in relationships? Especially people that's been single for a long time. And I recently thought about this because I thought about the women in my family, right? A lot of my women in my family, black women, strong, independent women, but they, you know, at least strong on the outside, you know. We all go through our things. But then they be like, yo, I need a man to Ain't no man strong enough to handle me. Is that really the case? So if you are single, is it because a man can't handle you, or because you're not just at least trying to change a little bit, trying to adapt a little bit, right? Trying to make some sacrifices? Or if whenever single people like that are in a relationship, or single people in general do become in a relationship, is it because they do find somebody who can handle them, or they find a person that they wanted to meet their standards, or is it because they end up changing their standards and perspective? Which one is it? And when y'all break up, what is that entitled? What is that charged to? What is that linked to? Is that linked to you not changing your standards, or you not finding the right person? I'm especially asking this for women, because women always want to be in a relationship. That's just me thinking out loud. Seriously, let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments, or call into the show with all the smoke. Actually, it's the end of the show. We about to get up out of here. I need you to do me a favor, though. Follow me on all social medias. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at KIWKCMC. That's Kick It with KCMC. On Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, that's just the abbreviations for Kick It with KCMC. And you got to follow my sponsor, man. Long-running sponsor, Team Elite. Shout out to them, man. Team Elite. Follow them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Team Elite 313. That's TEAMELITE 313. And check out their premium urban-based athleisure wear. That's athletic casual wear. T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, tech fleece, jogger sets, varsity sets, and more. It's all on their website. It's Cyber Monday, Black Friday weekend. Check out their specials. It's at TeamElite313.com. Ask your mom, nigga. We here. If you got this far in the video, hit the like button, hit the love button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, hit the alert so you know when we going live, because I'll pop up and pull up on your ass at any time, baby. Thanks for kicking with KC. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Oh, yeah, you got a couple dollars. Donate to the show so we can grow, dog. Trying to get better lights, cameras, laptops, audio interfaces, guests, microphones, all that, man. Thank you. Appreciate you again. We'll pop up on you again later, man. We out.